Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video guys to any of you having a Hyundai Santa Fe guys and you need to remove or replace alternators. Stay with us, we will explain guys how to do that, everything from start to finish. And if you don't do one thing right guys, you can cause damage to the electrical system, modules, computers that can cost you thousands of dollars. You don't need to remove your engine out of the vehicle, we have it out guys, because we'll be making hundreds of videos that can potentially save you thousands of dollars. And with the engine being out, we can show you everything with a great detail, how to easily remove and replace that alternator. So let's explain what you need to do and how to do that now. So this should work on Hyundai Santa Fe generation 2013 all the way to year 2016 guys, with a 2.4 GDI engine. Now let me introduce you to the channel quick. Every single car we get at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart, we show you how to fix practically anything guys. Why we do all that? Simply because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. This engine will be completely taken apart, transmission will show you how to fix almost anything on it. Another thing, if you need to buy any parts or tools guys, check out the link in the description of the video below and you can see where we get all the tools and parts from for a really good price and quick shipping as well. That's where we get all our supplies from. So this right here, this is the engine. And before we start, let me tell you guys, if you have a Hyundai with a 2.4 GDI engine or other cars, check our main channel Auto Repair guys. We have helped more than 110 million people guys. We have information that can save you thousands of dollars. So let's start on it now. So this specifically guys, right here, it's an engine 2.4 GDI engine that's out of a 2013 Hyundai. Before we start, I want to share one thing with you guys. Many of you constantly ask me in the comment section below to recommend a good computer for diagnostics. This is one of the best one that we use, that's affordable on daily basis. That's the most used one by us guys, and I'll put the link in the description of the video below to see where you can get it from and read more about the specs. But it works almost on every car guys you can think of, and actually it supports almost all systems as well on most vehicles. So what you guys need to do now, let's explain. Before removing the alternator on your Hyundai Santa Fe, you need to disconnect the car battery. If you don't do it the right way guys, you can cause damage to the engine, computer, electrical components, modules that can cost you thousands of dollars. So which battery terminal you disconnect and reconnect first? If you don't know that, I'll put a link to a video that explains that and why guys, so check it out. It will explain which battery terminal to disconnect first. Once you disconnect the car battery, you will need to guys, come on the Serpentine Belt side. This is your alternator, right here. And what we need to do in order to remove it, we need to remove the belt first. We got it loose, so stay with us and we'll explain how to remove the belt now, and we'll continue with the alternator. Looking at it now guys, let's explain what we have here. This is the side of the engine, this is the passenger side, and if you look at it guys, what we have specifically here for the Serpentine Belt, it's not too complicated if you look at it. This is your crankshaft, right? Crankshaft is right here. Then from here you have the AC compressor, alternator. After that you have idle pulley again. It goes to the water pump, and from water pump goes to the tensioner pulley, and from the tensioner pulley it goes to the crankshaft. So in order to remove it guys, we need to locate our tensioner pulley, and the tensioner pulley, it's this one right here. You need to get a 17mm socket guys, and you need to go counterclockwise. And once you do that, you can grab the belt, and you can just slide it out of the alternator. Let me show you. You just pull it out, perfect. Then you can let off the pulley, and now you can simply go ahead and remove the belt. You can see like that. If you need to buy a new belt, we'll put the link in the description of the video below where you can get a new belt from. I'll recommend at that point for some of you guys to even inspect or replace the idle pulleys. This one is good, this one is getting bad. You can see it's getting loose and developing noise. The tensioner pulley is good, but sometimes they fail too. So if you're doing the Serpentine Belt, in my opinion guys, the best thing to go is with a belt, 2 idle pulleys and a tensioner pulley. And if you want to see the whole kit, we'll put the link in the description of the video below. So now the alternator guys, on the bottom we have one bolt, right there with a 14mm socket. Once you get the belt loose, just go ahead, and get it loose. So this bolt will need to come out all the way. We're almost there. Perfect, bolt is out. Number 2, we have another bolt on top right here that we need to remove. So let's go ahead, and do that one as well. So 2 bolts, right? Not too bad so far. Alright, now you need to have gloves, guys. Make sure the alternator doesn't fall. That alternator at that point, okay, we'll need to get a screwdriver or something to pry it here. It should pry out. We still have 2 cables, don't yank on it too much, but you will not be able to disconnect the cables until you guys remove the alternator in most cases. In some cases you can go from underneath and disconnect them. So we'll get a screwdriver. Okay, and let's see. Okay, it started moving here. We're just trying to get it there. Okay, here if we tap on it a little bit with the hammer, I think it will come loose. It just gets too tight right here. So right here, okay, I saw it move a little bit, so just tap on it gently and grab and pull at the same time. And it's so stuck that we might need to spray even if it's really stuck, penetrating oil, guys, so it can come out, because otherwise, okay, it will not come out. But you can see it moved enough to where, okay, we might be able to get it out with the screwdriver. Alright, now it should pre-loosen on top, but we still have the bottom tight. So now it needs to come out of the bottom, so just wiggle it now. Wiggle it a little bit. You need to have the car battery disconnected due to the fact that okay, if you touch the positive cable to ground, you can short things out. Careful not to break the solenoid here, the intake runner solenoid. Okay, so this never been removed for 193,000 miles, guys. So it's almost out. Okay, let's see now. Okay, I see it moving, it's coming out. Okay, any minute now. Perfect, it comes up. So you need to pull it up. Now, for the wires, guys, okay, what do you need to do here? Let's explain now. Okay, let's try to cover that. Right here, the first wire is this one. Okay, right there, you need to press here, but I can't. Okay, 1 second. I need to press and disconnect it, so let me see. Okay. That thing is so stuck in here. Okay, it came, I released the clip, but it's still stuck, so I need to grab and see if I can pull with the right hand, because left-handed I cannot do it. So okay, nope, it's still stuck, this thing. So let's see. Okay, let's see if we can disconnect. Okay, if we turn it this way and disconnect the other cable first, I think it will be able to move more. Okay, right here we have the cable, okay, that's coming from the car battery that we need to disconnect. This is the short one, so we don't yank on it too much as well. And after that, it can come up and probably remove it as well. 190 plus thousand miles, guys, will do that to things. Things will be stuck to the point that you may have hard time removing them. So let me see if we can do that now. Okay, I'm trying to show you where the cable is. Okay, and this one is 12 or 13 millimeter. Right there. Okay. It looks like we got it loose. No. Let's see if it's gonna go by hand. Nope. Not yet. I see it spinning with the wrench. So if we get a ratcheting wrench, we might have a better luck than this one, because this one we're hitting on the radiator and we will not be able to. So What we'll do, we'll get a ratcheting wrench and see if we can remove it that way a little bit easier. Okay, let's do that. So a lot of corrosion there, guys. So ratcheting wrench is too fat, it doesn't fit correctly. Most of the times when you take those loose, they tend to go by hand super easily, guys. But something that's been driven in more snow, rain, okay, more north, especially here in the US, you will get more corrosion, and as a result, okay, things will not be so easy to fix sometimes. Okay, almost out. That's why you have to have the battery disconnected now, because once you remove that wire, attach it to negative ground, something with a wrench or something, you're going to short things out, and that can, guys, okay, cause quite a bit of trouble. Nut is right here, actually it came on the where it's supposed to be. Now we need to just disconnect. Okay, let me grab this one now. Okay, this is the one right here. Press down and release it, guys. Okay, this thing right here, press down and release it. It has a seal inside that prevents it from coming loose. Okay, and here you already most likely will come from the top, and alternator, okay, will come out, you can see. So that's how we, guys, remove the alternator. Hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful to any of you trying to figure this thing out. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.